just how segregated is the city of Cincinnati? Well, that's the question we set out to answer today in our ongoing Cincinnati poverty investigation into redlining. Now, that is the practice of not allowing black people to buy houses in certain neighborhoods. Local 12's James Pilcher explains how those policies created segregated neighborhoods within Cincinnati that remain that way to this day.
I'm in Avondale, a community overwhelmingly made up of African American residents. Our analysis shows it's one of the most segregated neighborhoods in the city of Cincinnati, but it's not alone. Working with the University of Cincinnati, we analyzed all the zip codes in Cincinnati and Hamilton County through what's known as the Simpson Diversity Score. A lower score means a higher concentration of either black or white residents. Our analysis shows the two zip codes with the highest concentration of white residents inside Cincinnati were 45226, which includes Columbia, Tusculum, and the East End, and 45208, made up primarily of Hyde Park. The zip codes with the highest concentration of black residents were 45229, which includes Avondale and North Avondale, and 45214. That includes the West End, Queensgate, and Mount Harrison. You can see here the stark differences in home ownership rates among these areas, as well as major gaps in median household incomes and median home values. Two neighborhoods about 8 miles apart have a difference in home values of more than $200,000. The median home value in the 45214 zip code, including the West End, is about $57,000. The 45208 zip code, including Hyde Park, has some values nearing $298,000. Fair housing advocate Janice Jones says those segregated neighborhoods correspond to areas previously redlined, or where black citizens were allowed to buy homes and where they weren't. She refers to historic maps designating high-risk areas in red or moderate-risk areas in yellow.
Neighborhoods that you see a high black population were probably on that red or yellow line map back in the day, and so we're still seeing the effects today.
Xavier University's Liz Bloom co-authored the 2019 study on the fair housing situation in Hamilton County. She says Cincinnati's hilly terrain made segregated neighborhoods created by redlining even more pronounced.
There are very segregated parts of Cincinnati, but in some cases they're small pieces. Communities have created those divisions even around the names they name themselves, so that you clearly understand where it's a white part of the community and where it's a black part of the community.
And when we come back tonight here at 6 o'clock, we're going to highlight two advocates working to improve those communities impacted by the redlining and segregation policies of the past.